The League of Legends Grand Final is about to arrive. We already know the groups. Pain Gaming will be against Flash Wolves, CLG and Coup Tigers. Now let's talk about the Flash Wolves. The Flash Wolves is the second seed of Taiwan. Do you think a Taiwanese team will be bad? Think again. In the top lane, we have a big fat Steak. This guy really loves to play tanks. Expect him to do very well on Maokai. If he goes for Hecarim, he will usually go for a full tank build. And finally, he will usually play Shen along with Evelynn. Steak is a very passive top laner. He will usually not win the lane, but he will not feed either. He's just in the middle ground waiting for the teamfights to start. In the jungle, we have Karsa. Karsa is really the identity of the team. Karsa is a very aggressive jungler who likes to play Lee Sin and Rek'Sai. I like to compare Karsa to a walking ward, but a ward with insane skills. Karsa's game plan is to apply as much pressure as possible early in the game and especially ward your bottom side of the jungle. He plays a very mean Rek'Sai which stays in your jungle all game long and just spy all your moves. Anywhere you go, he will know. Maple is the mid laner. He likes to play Ahri and he usually has very safe laning. The support is Sword Art. Sword Art is a very good Alistar and Thresh player. He loves to roam and to apply pressure along with Karsa. And finally, NL is the AD carry. NL made himself famous for his Varus and the tier of Goddess. When he plays Varus, he will usually transfer into the mid lane as soon as possible and wave clear, while Maple will split push. Oh yeah, because Maple also likes to play split push champions. So not only Ahri. NL doesn't only play Varus, he also plays a bit of Vayne, which is a very good AD carry for his team's playstyle. Now let's talk about their playstyle. Swap lane. In a swap lane situation, you should expect the Taiwanese teams to gank the mid lane even at level 2. They will sometimes freeze for the AD carry, but Flash Wolves are really scary when they start to apply pressure on the map, so they are really better when they start taking tower. If it is not a lane swap, you should expect Sword Art to start roaming very early. He will usually pair with Karsa. Karsa and Sword Art love to roam the jungle and that's why the mid lane and the bot lane are so safe. Because Karsa and Sword Art are always in the shadow between the bot lane and the mid lane. So it seems that the mid lane and the bot lane are alone. But truth is, there is always someone very near to help if there is a gank coming. So whenever you gank a lane against Flash Wolves, you should expect the rest of the team joining the fight very quick. Maple will play a very safe laning phase, but sometimes he will all in on you. And if he does that, this means that not only the jungler is nearby, but the whole team is about to converge mid lane. If you try to gank the AD carry, be prepared, because Flash Wolves use a ton of wards to make him safe. Hong Kong Esports tried to gank NL in the game 5 of their regional final, and in the end they lost the fight because there was, obviously as always, Karsa in the bush. Karsa and Sword Art are masters at baiting. Actually, Flash Wolves, the whole team is all about that bait. They will stay in your jungle on the bottom side mostly and wait for you to make a move, to start chasing. And if you start chasing, you will find yourself in a situation where you don't have wards and you have Ahri and Vayne shooting at you from the fog of war. And that's the worst thing that can happen against Flash Wolves. The counterpart of this playstyle of Flash Wolves is that their top lane usually has no wards and no backup. Because they invest so much in the bottom side of the map, the top side is fairly open. Steak is playing very carefully, so you might not manage to kill him, but you will have a free tower if you invest enough on it. So investing a lot in taking early towers is really not a bad tactic against Flash Wolves, especially because this way you will force Karsa and Sword Art to leave the bot lane, the place where they placed all the wards, where they applied so much pressure, where they cleared all your wards, and the place where they want to fight. And you don't want to go there. You need to utilize the other side of the map. So that's the way you need to play against Flash Wolves. The Flash Wolves always play a two-man threat. A big DPS in the mid lane and a big DPS as an AD carry. Sword Art and Karsa are all about baiting you and controlling the fight, while Stek is all about CC and being a big tank. If you see Karsa playing Lee Sin and activating the Q into 5 of you, don't think he is just suiciding, because he is usually doing that only to force you to go forward, to get baited once again, because he wants Stek to arrive from the backside, and then he wants NL and Maple dealing all the damage. So always remember, against Flash Wolves, the only valuable targets are NL and Maple. But if you catch them, Flash Wolves will probably lose the fight. The Flash Wolves are also one of the best teams at baiting Baron. The reason for that is still the same. It's because Karsa and Sword Art are very good at controlling vision. So they will control the vision around Baron, in your jungle, they will clean all your wards, and then they will go from one tower top lane to the other tower mid lane. They will scratch it. They will only attack a few times, and when you arrive, and because you are late in your rotation, because you cannot go through your jungle, they will manage to have a few free hits, and when you arrive, they run away. They are not the kind of team that will dive you at the first occasion. Usually they will stay back and try to bait you. The more they wait, the less wards you have, and the more tense the situation gets for you. So at one point, you will be forced into face checking if you don't want to give them a free Baron. And that's the moment where Sword Art pulls the trigger. And when Sword Art pulls the trigger, usually you will realize that you fucked up. Flash Wolves are very good when they are ahead. If they have a lead, they are very good at warding, controlling vision, and denying you from experience and gold. But once they start to fall behind, when they start getting forced out of the zone where they control the vision, they are not as strong. The Flash Wolves love to fight in the jungle. And this is the reason why they usually fail at poke composition. The weird thing is, they will still try to play poke composition. So if they go for Jace in the mid lane, don't be too worried. Force them to fight in the jungle and you should be ahead, because poke compositions are really not good at fighting in the jungle. Okay, that's pretty much it. If you want more information, you can read the article I made about Flash Wolves on my website On My Way to Diamond. And now it's time for me to go watch Cool Tigers, the Korean team of the Group A, which Pain Gaming will have to face.